morning. How is everybody? I'm good. Decided to make a video. So I got these two friends, you guys, right? And they're like two extremes. On one extreme, I have a realist, somebody that's grounded in reality. She can see through the bullshit of illusion of reality, but she's firmly cemented, planted in reality. Then I have what I would call a spiritualist. These are my two best friends in the whole wide world. And their opinions of life are so far down these extremes. I'm kind of like in the middle of both of them. So, okay. So they ask each other questions, right? And they're like oil and water. They do not mix. But they ask each other questions. And they ask each other spiritual questions. So my friend that's the realist, she, don't get all involved in consciousness and everything because she says that it doesn't matter to her. I mean, like she says that consciousness is, the study of consciousness is a form of religion because it becomes a lifestyle. It becomes what you talk about. It becomes what you preach about. So it is like a form of religion. And on that, I can agree. So my friend that's conscious said that, yes, she can agree to a certain extent that somebody that's unconscious would identify it as a religion because they need a label for everything. They need to be able to fit everything in a box that, they don't understand. And she was saying that if you can't see it from the inside, it's hard to see. And I agree with that too. Because, and I guess I can look at it on both hands. If you're walking around, like for me, being in the middle, I enjoy the journey of life. I enjoy being in this body. I enjoy putting on my clothes, doing my hair, being a mother, doing this, doing that. I even enjoy the hard things that come along with it because I know that it's part of the overall experience, and I still find joy in doing that. Now, like I said, I was working on this whole thing of controlling emotions, and that's just basically brain exercise to me. Like some people, are workout buffs. I'm a brain workout buff, but that is just my particular, niche in life. So, like for instance, my spiritualist friend, her niche is meditation. She, that's where she goes inside of herself, and she finds a lot of the answers. And like I told her, I said, I think what happens is, you have to bring the information in through your left brain. And, you have to be quiet enough, still enough, and have faith enough for it to go into your right brain, your spirit part of your brain. And eventually the gap that is between your left and your right brain will begin to close. And then instead of thoughts going into your left brain and then processing through your right brain, the thoughts will start coming through your right brain and processing through your left brain. I think when you become conscious, when both sides of your brain become aware, it is a lot of things that begin to happen. Like when I did the video about New Age religion, and I was saying, y'all, this is the stuff I've been studying. I really wanted to put out there that I didn't find these things. The universe found me. The universe sent me this stuff. And it was the ability to pick up truth and everything. And the greater that ability was, the more stuff, different subjects started coming in my direction. But I was not seeking at that point anything. I was just being open to look at everything through my spirit. The problem with the spirit is it's a subtle essence. It's the true essence, the purest essence of God that is inside of you, but it is the deepest. It's like you have to go through the soul. You have to fiddle around with the mind. You have to go through the body and the senses and the emotions. And after you peel away all of that, then you can hear the spirit. But the things are so subtle that a lot of people cannot hear them. I think that's why they tell people to meditate. I wouldn't even say meditate. because I don't even meditate a lot, but what I do is at least once a day, I turn off the TV and I get quiet and I don't say anything and I don't talk to anybody on the phone, and I sit quiet and I listen. You know, I might have a question that's toiling in my head, but I'm listening. I'm not saying anything. My thoughts have gotten to the point where they can quiet themselves without actively going into meditation. You know what I'm saying? So I do give opportunities for the Spirit to talk. But the reason why I tended to lean more towards consciousness is they had explanations for the unexplainable that made sense. And since it's not a belief system, I don't have to believe that that's the answer. It just makes sense. It's a good concept. I wanted to know, well, what happened before we was here. Like, well, my friend that's the realist, I'm like, you don't want to know where you were before you got here? That's just, I was curious about that. She said, I don't care. The only thing that I care about is while I'm here now and being a good person. I don't knock that. I don't knock that. That's her truth. She stands in her truth. My friend that's the realist, you know, is like, bam, you know, I came from God consciousness, manifesting material physical reality, but I am divine spirit encased in physical reality, and all is spirit because all came from God. Bam. That I'm like, yeah, that's cool too. You know, I had to think about it because along with consciousness, if you like put in the search engine on YouTube and put in the search engine consciousness, you're gonna get a lot of stuff about December 21st, 2012, and fifth dimensions and stuff like that, and the ascension process and all type of weird stuff that, you know, I talk about other dimensions. So my friend says, well, what if that's not real? What if it's not true? The good thing about being conscious is acceptance. It's like you're free not to have expectations in life other than to be life. You're free not, I mean, it's almost the opposite of faith, but it isn't. It is the opposite of faith because faith, most people that have faith expect things. They expect their answers, and prayers answered. They expect things. For someone who is truly free, they know that everything is going to work out the way it's meant to be. And I'm not going to say, I think in both areas, and I'm really comparing Christianity to consciousness right now. Number one. Number two, this is a random ass video, so I might skip subjects. Just bear with me. For someone that's conscious, they might give thanksgiving to the, you know, one infinite creator. And for someone who's a Christian, they might give, you know, thanksgiving to one infinite creator. So in that essence and respect, it does not matter what you are. You know, I'm never going to knock somebody for believing what they believe. My friend, that's the realist, she's like, well, what about numerology? What about astrology? What about, you know, consciousness saying, I am God? Can I answer those questions? But saying I am God opens you up to a power that comes from the universe, that the universe begins to answer your questions. When I started realizing that I was more than just, oh, Aisha, that you see before you, and I'm like, wow, there's power. The energy that you feel is very subtle. But I started tuning into the different vibrational frequencies that come up. I'm telling you, not only me, but it happens to like the people around me. And that is my proof that, yes, it's good. And this is good, you know? And I started getting the answers to those questions. I didn't just stay dormant as far as, well, I got these questions. I got these questions. I consciously said, I want to know truth. I won't seek the truth. I won't deal with the truth. And the truths started finding me. And I realized they were my truths. For someone, let's just take someone who saw Jesus, right? Okay. And they room late at night by themselves, Jesus suddenly appears in all this radiant glory. Now, Jesus looks like the picture. The brown hair with the beige robe, standing like this. I cannot say they have any more of a apparition in their head than me sitting there playing with the energy that comes out of my fingertips and transferring it from one finger to the other and feeling the energy and the static electricity. And I do that from time to time. You know, I create chi balls for people who know what chi balls is. I create chi balls and I play with them. And I can do it really good now. I mean, I got one in my hand right now. You can't see it, but I feel it. It's a ball of energy. Anyway, and how do I know? It's a chi ball. Just a quick overview. I can't even really explain it, but it's very hot. It's very hot, and you can almost feel where it starts and where it ends. And it's more like an extension of the energy that's coming up out of your skin. And for some reason, it happens in certain parts of my body, my hands, my feet, and my back of my shoulders. I don't know what those spots are, but yeah. So to me, I cannot tell them they didn't see Jesus no more than they could tell me I didn't play with a chi ball. That is their truth. That is their reality. You make reality as you go along. That's their reality. And if them seeing Jesus make them a better person, make them change something, by all means, I say they saw Jesus. You know, whether Jesus existed or not, that's yet to say. Whether chi energy existed or not, that's yet to say. I think a lot of things in consciousness are based on faith, and some of it is proven scientifically, but science cannot answer a lot of questions. Like, what the hell is deja vu? How the fuck did the crop circles get there? There's certain unexplained phenomena that science cannot answer. Which is fine, which is great. But, I have, a story always says something. She said, when I actually seek God, when I challenge God, God showed up. And that's kind of how it was. It was like, okay, you have to prove it to me. I would be thinking a question, thinking it. Well, what about such and such? Phone ring. Somebody say the same thing I was thinking about. Well, you know, such and such is, it'd be the little stuff. It'd be like, that's freaky. But I was paying attention. And I was open to I ain't just no, hey, that can't be right. That ain't right. That's a coincidence. I was just like, ooh, that was freaky. And it happened all the time in the past 3 years. It happened all the time. I would ask a question and watch a damn TV show, that 70s show. And it would be the answer to the question in that 70s. I remember one time, y'all, and I'm going to go, because there's going to be some random videos, because I'm talking today. I was watching. I was not even watching it. I was listening to a cartoon that my kids had on TV. And for some reason, this was like a really freaking spiritual cartoon. And they were talking about chi energy and stuff like that in the cartoon. And I'm sitting like, I know I'm not hearing what I'm hearing. I walk up from like, what is y'all watching? They're like, so-and-so. I'm like, what are they talking about? It was like tripping me out. And I guess I never got those confirmations. I did get those confirmations in the church. I'm not gonna even lie. I got those confirmations in the church. I did. But there was a lot of questions I had that the answer was limited. Now that I have been all around the mulberry bush, I find out the answers are, in the Bible. But I just was looking at it literally. I had to step away from it and then come back at it. So I'm going to go. I'm going to probably do some videos after I go check on my kids. So you guys stay tuned. Thanks for watching. The point of this video is to say that the answers that you seek are sometimes very subtle. And if you're not paying attention, you will miss them. They're not in your face shouting hallelujah, just praise Jesus like in the church. Once you're not there, they're very subtle. But they're very subtle in the church too. I mean, I used to always look at like, how do the preacher know what I'm going through enough to talk to me? You know, stuff like that. So, all right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and harmony. Talk back to me, please. I want to know what you think. All right, you